I am going to assume most of you are adults, or at the very least, close to being adults. And as adults, you have serious and sophisticated taste in entertainment. Maybe you love to keep up with the Hollywood circuit, keeping track of the latest films and actors. Perhaps you blast on the music while you work, or perhaps you like to curl up in the evening and enjoy a nice novel. There is one form of entertainment that you haven't thought, at least not since you were 10, the cartoon. I mean, what's even the point? When you see Tom smashed in the face once, that's enough. It's all we need and all we ever get from a cartoon. Silly hijinks and comedy that get tired as we mature and develop new taste and interests.
Hi, my name is Cynthia Wamboi Moreithi, and I'm a communication student. So when it comes to cartoons, no, I don't like cartoons, not at all. Reason is because I think cartoons are childish and they force us to have imaginations that wouldn't really happen in real life. So it's a pass for me. It's a no.
That is a rather large misconception. Yes, the slapstick comedy of the 20th century is important to the development of the Western animation industry. But there is more in the world of animation to consume. Animation can be funny and light-hearted, but it can also be soothing and relaxing, fast-paced and action-packed, intimidating, majestic, horrific, and even just quietly poignant. It can carry real themes about life and give lessons on human experiences. So then, the question worth asking is why? Why did we have a limited impression on animation? Why do we feel too grown up for it? What happened?
Hello, I like money.
Economics happened. Animations is expensive to produce. And when the money is involved, the entire creative process is affected. Let's discuss the jobs in traditional or frame by frame animation. First, you need to hire storyboard artists who pre-visualize scenes and draw them out roughly to map out the story. Then, you need key animators. These are the guys who draw key poses of the characters to block them. Then, they are the in-betweeners who connect the keyframes to make the animation smooth. You need checkers to ensure everything is on model and drawings aren't sloppy. Then you need to clean it up and make it tidy by adding line art and colors. That is the traditional way. Computer animation has more steps than that. First, you need a modeler to create the character and objects in a 3D space. A rigger comes in to build a skeleton into the character, equipping it with all the bones and joints it needs to move and animate. After all that, an actual animator comes in and actually animates the character. Knowing all that makes it no surprise that some film budgets balloon to ridiculous numbers. So how do they make all that money back? In the Western world of animation, there are 3 commonly used techniques. The first method is achieving broad appeal. They make the product as appealing and uncontroversial as possible. Thus, the story is a very basic one. We follow an underdog in a strange yet still familiar society. Alternatively, the hero could be at the top of the society, in need of a slice of humble pie. Maybe the society is one of snails, toys, or emojis. On a normal day, they screw up so terribly that they need to leave their home and embark on an adventure, going through beautiful, wacky animated set pieces until they reach their destination and learn to be themselves, or appreciate the family, or, I don't know, some simple, wholesome family message that is not going to annoy people. Basically, low-risk storytelling. The second approach is to focus on attracting young audiences. Now, this might seem self-defeating. Children don't have a lot of money. Why are you relying on them to pay for your bloated budgets? Well, you're right, but children also don't think too hard about what they watch. They don't look up reviews to see what critics are saying about the next Illumination film. These 7-year-olds see Minions and that's it. Decision made. All the parents need to do is to confirm that the film is suitable for children, and that's it. The third method is mostly seen on TV, and that is the use of motion tweening programs like Flash and Toon Boom. These programs allow you to build a 2D character, make some poses and expressions, and then animate the character by tweening their movements, removing the time and money spending creating and cleaning up new drawings. These programs are fantastic for creating cheap animation that can be reused over and over and be made faster. But thankfully, a lot of great work has been done to prove that they're worth. In the East, the standard is different. Animation is allowed. Great diversity over there. But at the sake of attracting niche audiences, that is an audience that is dedicated enough to pay for the product. This kind of production trend means that most anime is produced cheap and fast, leaving Japanese animations to be stereotyped as poorly made, needlessly sexual and uncomfortably misogynistic.
What do I love about cartoons? Wow. Cartoons.
Yes.
Cartoons, one, generally cartoons will make someone that is moody to be happy because it's a play, they're playing, and when you follow the play, it makes you just happy. It's just like watching drama in a hall or somewhere. Two, cartoons always help bring out a character that we cannot find out, or a visual character. For instance, when you see a cartoon doing things that a prominent person normally does, then it brings out the character of that person, but the cartoon is now bringing out the character. Another thing is cartoons, the animations, they normally help us find things that we cannot find in real footage, or it is hard to find real footage, and we normally find them out via animations. And those are a few reasons why I love cartoons.
Is this the end?
I guess so.
So what is an animation fan to do? You need to look up for these low-key projects that appear when the studios are stable enough to take a risk. And when they happen, and if they appeal to you, support them. Buy the DVDs, see it in the cinema, spend money on the things you care about. It's never too late to get the industry to make a course correction.